Why are people turning off legacy media? This is The Economist. This is their cover. Advantage Iran. At this point in time, then you've got foreign policy saying why U.S. victory in Iran would be bad for Washington and bad for the world. Then you have Politico. Thought Iraq was a blunder. Iran is far worse. Why do they root against our country? Whether you agreed that with Operation Midnight Hammer, this epic fury or not, when American treasures in harm's way, for crying out loud, can you just hope, even if you disagree, that it works?
Let me unfuck this. First, stop acting like Fox News isn't now part of legacy media. Second, questioning war is not the same thing as cheering against the U.S. And that's the sleight of hand that Hannity's pulling here. He reads headlines warning about consequences and blowback and strategic failures, and then he translates them all into, see, the media wants America to lose. And that's bullshit. Saying Iran may have an advantage is not rooting for Iran, and saying a U.S. victory could still be bad for Washington and bad for the world is not rooting against America. And saying that this could be worse than Iraq is not anti-American. It's just looking at all the possible outcomes instead of treating war like a fucking high school pep rally. What Hannity is really mad about is these headlines are not flattering. They're not all chanting USA while pretending that every military move is automatically wise because we did it. And that's the problem for people like him, because in his world, if you don't clap, you must be disloyal. If you point out downside, you must be corrupt. If you question whether winning actually makes us stronger and safer or more stable, then you somehow must be against the country. And that's their emotional blackmail that they disguise as patriotism, because bombing your way into a problem is easy, but bombing your way into peace is a fucking fantasy. Americans have been fed that same recycled sales pitch in the Middle East for decades. And somehow it always ends with continued chaos and violence, and the same people that sold the war pretending nobody could have known better. But anytime someone raises questions or concerns about the war, the response isn't to honestly address the risk. They just wrap the whole thing in a flag and ask why you're not applauding hard enough. Because patriotism is not blind obedience. It's not automatic applause. And it sure as fuck is not giving politicians and media hacks a free pass every time they want to turn war into a loyalty test. And if you want to help with real legal fights, head to our website, click shop. A portion of all the profits go directly to the ACLU. And remember, I'm not the dark left. Together, we're the dark left. Please join me in helping to call out the bullshit and bring some sanity back to the conversation.